Today we will see class 10 Social Science Democratic Politics Chapter 1 Power Sharing. Overview. With this chapter we resume the tour of democracy that we started last year. We noted last year that in a democracy all power does not rest with any one organ of the government. An intelligent sharing of power among legislative, executive and judiciary is very important to design of a democracy. In this and the next two chapters, we carry this idea of power sharing forward. We start with the two stories from Belgium and Sri Lanka. Both these stories are about how democracies handle demands for power sharing. The stories yield some general conclusions about the need for power sharing in democracy. This allows us to discuss various forms of power sharing that will be taken up in the following chapters. Belgium and Sri Lanka. Belgium is a small country in Europe, smaller in area than the state of Haryana. It has borders with France, the Netherlands, Germany and Luxembourg. It has a population of little over 1 crore, about half the population of Haryana. The ethnic composition of this small country is very complex. Of the country's total population, 59% live in the Flemish region and speaks Dutch language. Another 40% of people live in the Wallonian region and speak French. Remaining 1% of the Belgians speak German. In the capital city, Brussels, 80% people speak French, while 20% are Dutch speaking. The minority French speaking community was relatively rich and powerful. This was re-centered by the Dutch speaking community who got the benefit of economic development and education much later. This led to tensions between the Dutch-speaking and French-speaking communities during the 1950s and 1960s. The tension between the two communities was more acute in Brussels. Brussels presented a special problem. The Dutch-speaking people constituted a majority in the country but a minority in the capital. Let us compare this to the situation in another country. Sri Lanka is an island nation just a few kilometers off the southern coast of Tamil Nadu. It has about 2 crore people, about the same as in Haryana. Like other nations in South Asia region, Sri Lanka has a diverse population. The major social groups are the Sinhala speakers in bracket 74%, and the Tamil speakers 18%. Among Tamils, there are two subgroups. Tamil natives of the country are called Sri Lankan Tamils, 13%. The rest, whose forefathers came from India as plantation workers during colonial period, are called Indian Tamils. As you can see from map, the Sri Lankan Tamils are concentrated in the north and the east of the country. The most of the Sinhala speaking people are Buddhist, while most of the Tamils are Hindus or Muslims. There are about 7% Christians who are both Tamil and Sinhala. Here I have a simple equation in mind. Power sharing power is equal to dividing power equal to weakening the country. Why do we start by talking this? Glossary. Ethnic. A social division based on shared culture. People belonging to the same ethnic group believe in their common descent because of the similarity believe in their common descent because of the similarities of the physical type or culture of both. They need not always have the same religion or nationality. Communities and regions of Belgium. Orange color, Brussels capital region. Look at the maps of Belgium and Sri Lanka. In which region do you find the concentration of different communities? Orange color denotes Brussels capital region. Red color, Wallon, French speaking. Yellow color, Flemish, Dutch speaking. Pink crossed with blue color, German speaking. Just imagine what could happen in situation like this in Belgium. The Dutch community could take the advantage of its numeric majority and force its will on the French and the German speaking population. This would push the conflict among the communities further. This could lead to a very messy participation of the country. Both the sides would claim control over the Brussels. In Sri Lanka, the Sinhala community enjoyed an even bigger majority and could impose its will on the entire country. Now let us look at what happened in both these countries. Majoritism in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka emerged as an independent country in 1948. The leaders of the Sinhala community sought to secure the dominance over government by virtue of their majority. As a result, the democratically elected government adopted a series of majoritarian measures to establish Sinhala supremacy. In 1956, an act was passed to recognize Sri Lanka as the recognize Sinhala as only official language, thus disrecording Tamil. In 1956, an act was passed to recognize Sinhala as the only official language, thus disrecording Tamil. The governments followed preferential policies that favored Sinhala applicants were for university situations, university positions and government jobs. A new constitution established that the state shall protect and foster Buddhism. All these government measures coming one after the other gradually increased the feeling of alienations among the Sri Lankan Tamils. They felt that none of the major political parties led by the Buddhist Sinhala leaders was sensitive to their language and culture. They felt that the constitution and the government policies denied them equal political rights, discriminated against them in getting jobs and other opportunities, and ignored their interest. As a result, the relations between Sinhala and the Tamil communities strained over time. Here, glossary, majoritism. A belief that the majority community should be able to rule a country in whichever way it wants by disregarding the wishes and the needs of the minority. Ethnic communities of Sri Lanka. Here, yellow color, Sri Lankish, orange color, Sri Lankan Tamil, brown color, Indian Tamil, light brown Muslim. What's wrong if the majority community rules? If Sinhalas don't rule in Sri Lanka? Where else will they rule? Here, the Sri Lankan Tamils launched parties and struggles for the recognition of Tamil as an official language for regional autonomy and equality of opportunity in securing education and jobs. But the demand for more autonomy to province populated by the Tamils were repeated dinged. By 1980s, several political organizations were formed demanding an independent Tamil Eelam state in northern and eastern parts of Sri Lanka. The distrust between the two communities turned into widespread conflict. It soon turned into a civil war. As a result, thousands of people of both the communities have been killed. Many families were forced to leave the country as refugees and many more lost their livelihoods. You have read in bracket chapter 1 of economic textbook class 10 about the Sri Lankans' excellent record of economic development, education and health. But the civil war has caused a terrible setback to the social, cultural and economic life of the country. Accommodation in Belgium. The Belgian leaders took a different path. They recognized the existence of regional differences and cultural diversities. Between 1970 and 1993, they amended their constitution 4 times so as to work out an arrangement that would enable everyone to live together within the same country. The arrangement they worked out is different from any other country and is very innovative. Here are some of the elements of the Belgian model. Constitution prescribes the number of Dutch and the French-speaking ministers shall be equal in central government. Some special laws require the support of majority of members from each linguistic group. Thus now, single community can make decisions unilaterally. Many powers of the central government have been given to state governments of the two regions of the country. The state governments are not subordinate to the central government. Brussels has a separate government in which both the communities have equal representation. The French-speaking people accepted equal representation in Brussels because the Dutch-speaking community has accepted equal representation in the central government. Glossary. Civil war, a violent conflict between opposing groups within a country that becomes so intense that it appears like a war. What kind of a solution is this? I am glad our constitution does not say which ministers will come from which community. Here they give the photograph here is of the street address in Belgium. You will notice that the place names and directions in two languages, French and Dutch. Montenegro, Straat, Grand Palace, Promote Market. Apart from the central and the state government, there is a third kind of government. This is community government is elected by the people belonging to one language community, Dutch, French and German speaking, no matter where they live. This government has the power regarding cultural, educational and language related issues. You might find the Belgian model very complicated. It indeed is very complicated even for people living in Belgium. But these arrangements have worked well so far. They help to avoid the civic strife between the two major communities and a possible division of the country on linguistic lines. When many countries of Europe came together to form the European Union, Brussels was chosen as its headquarters. What do you We learn from these two stories of Belgium and Sri Lanka. Both are democracies, yet they dealt with the questions of power sharing differently. In Belgium, the leaders have realized that the unity of the country is possible only by respecting the feelings and interests of different communities and religions. Different communities and regions. Such a realization resulted in mutually acceptable arrangements for power sharing. Sri Lanka shows as a contrasting example. It shows as that if the majority community wants to force its dominance over others and refuses to share power, it can undermine the unity of the country. Here they give European Union Parliament in Belgium. In these pictures, European Union Parliament in Belgium. So you are saying that sharing of power makes us powerful? Sounds out. Let me think. Read any newspaper for 1 week and make the clippings of the news related to ongoing conflicts or wars. A group of 5 students could pool their clippings together and do the following. Classify these conflicts by their locations, in bracket your state, India, outside India. Find out the cause of each of these conflicts. How many of these are related to power sharing disputes? Which of these conflicts could be resolved by working out power sharing arrangements? Thank you. Sharing is caring. Comment your thoughts. Subscribe for more knowledge.